Now, moving into our second short shot, we will also be talking about music festivals. ACL Fest 2014 dropped
big one.
their lineup on Tuesday, and we have a variety of reactions around the table. In true attempting to be a hipster fashion, looked at the lineup this year and I was like, oh, this is not for me. Like, I'm so over all of this.
Really?
But then I remember people saying that a lot last year too, and I did not have that reaction last year. I was super excited about The Cure, about everybody who was coming last year. But then going through the list, I had some topics, and I'll talk about those in a second. But what about you guys? Were you generally excited, disappointed?
I was pleasantly surprised by some of the Latino artists that are going to be playing. Typically this is not a fest where the Latin music shines. And last year I was a little disappointed by the lineup when it came to Latino artists. And so I saw, more sprinkled in this year. And, hopefully that means, from now on that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I'm seeing Juanes on the schedule. I'm seeing Ozomatli. I'm seeing, what were some of the others that you're excited about?
Anita Tijoux, she's one of the best Latin American MCs out there. She's half French, half Chilean, and is just really one of those artists who made their American debut here in Austin through South by Southwest, and has played pachanga before, and glad to see her now on the ACL stage.
So we kind of knew that we were already hearing rumors about Eminem, who I think is going to be a very divisive person this year. Like, people are going to, I think the question that I keep hearing from music writers is like, is he still relevant? Is he growing at all? Is he still doing the same shtick he was doing like 10 years ago? And is that worth seeing? And I don't know, like, if you put him up against Pearl Jam, I'm probably going to pick Pearl Jam. That was my first concert in high school, and they're still great live. And Eminem is like a big question mark for me. Like, I don't know if he's going to put on a good show or not. It may be terrible. Outkast, I think, is a huge win for the festival. I think that's
actually true. That's amazing.
Yeah, that they got it. And they just played Coachella, and the reviews were pretty positive on that. I think just that, it was their first performance with no new music. So it was a little shaky coming out of the gate, but I think by October, they're going to be on a lot firmer ground and doing some interesting stuff. Beck, I would love to see Beck.
I adore Beck. I've seen him 2 or 3 times live and am never disappointed. And I've always loved his live show.
And Spoon is always great live. Major Lazer, I am super excited about. I have seen them live a couple of times, and they put on a fantastic show. It's not just a DJ standing up there. They have a hype man and dancers, and they put on a really great performance.
Now you're getting to see, this is what happens with ACL. Like, you look at it and you're like, I'm not that impressed, and then you start talking to people and getting excited about it.
And you look at the individual acts, And ACL has sort of started to develop a reputation as sort of a geezer fest, and with Eagles and things like that. But apart from there are some pretty up and coming or newer acts. There's your Lords and your
Palisa, St. Vincent.
St. Vincent, I'm excited about. That's on my list.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen J. Roddy Walston in the business. This is a classic old school piano man with long hair that shouts at his instrument, and he is just a total delight to see on stage. And he's played ACL. He was there. A couple years ago. He comes to Austin a lot, and every time I go, I am surprised that the audiences aren't larger for him. But if you ever have a chance, listeners, go see J. Roddy Walston in the business. He is such a pleasure.
Going further down the list, Childish Gambino is pretty fresh.
See, okay, you're right. Okay,
Jenny Lewis.
Okay. I'm turning a corner.
Trombone Shorty. Need I go on? And I'm excited for Skrillex to play and everybody's cell phones to short out. Festival. So tell us your picks for ACL Fest, what you are and maybe are not excited about. Eminem. Tweet us at Statesman Shots or post it even on our Facebook.com/Statesman Shots. Tell us what you think of the ACL Fest lineup. There's going to be much discussion between now and October, but I think we're going to get Tolly there. We're going to she'll have a 3-month-old, but I think we can probably get her there.
Post birth. That's future enabler segment.